Hey, what's going on YouTube? So I'm bringing you another video today on NCAA basketball. I know it's been a while, but I'm going to try to be more, I guess, I don't know, more productive in producing videos. But let's get right into it. So today's game, I've been doing a lot of research, been trying to figure out ways. So I think I finally made a breakthrough in determining NCAA basketball games and trying to predict an outcome and the spread. So today I have Florida Gulf Coast. They have a -7.5. I'm definitely going with that. I was looking at this Delaware and Maryland East Shore. I was looking at the under. I did like the under in that one. You know, there's a couple things that I have to look at first, but their offensive efficiency is extremely terrible, as well as assist to turnover ratio as well. So that's one of the things I'm looking for the under. This Detroit and Robert Morris, I'm probably not going to do that one. I looked at the numbers again. I'm not liking it, but yeah, I'm not liking the numbers. I do like Robert Morris if I have to pick, but yeah. So Winthrop, definitely like that one with the 9.5. Jacksonville, I definitely like the money line with the Jacksonville. DePaul, probably not going to bet that one. And you have Baylor and Kansas State. I definitely like Baylor with the 7, with the taking the points on the road. So going back, I'm going to give you what I looked and find out so far. So basically we have above average teams, top 25, and I came up with a system. I'm looking at these, coming up with a system, looking at point margins and everything. And the average teams, come to find out, average teams at home, you can do -2.5 if you see an average team and you got two average teams playing each other if they're at home. Also, just to give you a little information, teams that play at home have a 8% edge on teams that play away. So just keep that in mind. Going back into what I was just saying, average teams. So basically, I kind of figured out how to determine what team is average, what team is above average, and I kind of developed a point system for it. So that's the thing about sports betting, like you need a number for each team. You need to know if you only follow 10 teams, you need to know a good number for 10 of those teams. So that's why guys go do their research, look at games, see how much the spread has been, and if they're over or under that spread, bam, you got them. So average teams, you got 2.5. You could do -2.5 if they're at home. You could do, and you need 2.5 points when they're away. Below average, or let's just say those were average teams. Above average teams, going back into this, yeah, I was really looking at these teams. At home, you can do -6.5 points, and away, you can do 1.5 points. Top 25 teams, at home, you can, if they're playing at home, you can definitely do -10, and you could do positive, or positive, you can do -3 when they're away. These are the top 25 offensive and defensive teams. So basically, top offensive teams and defensive efficiency teams, definitely. And these are top of the division. So looking at these conference games, Vermont is pretty much, as far as overs and unders is concerned, you have Vermont leading with 10-0 as far as them going over the number. San Diego, SMU going under the number. And these are just indications on what to look for. Like if you're trying to find some good teams to bet on this week, like me, I just try to find 3 games a day and bet on those 3 games individually and try to do a parlay. But if I do see some other teams, I'm definitely liking those. Like for instance, conference wins. Conference games, Houston is 9-0 versus conference opponents, as well as these teams as well. So those games, just to give you a little indication of what I've been looking at. So again, you know, Vermont, They're undefeated at home. I definitely like Vermont at home, but the spread is extremely high. And I don't think they can cover that spread, but I do know Vermont's going to win at home unless Binghamton develops more offensive efficiency than they already have on the road. And I told you, teams on the road has a 8% disadvantage. So Davidson, I like Davidson for the win today as well. Let's see. Wins Houston. I definitely like Houston against SMU. Even though SMU is undefeated at home, I still like Houston in this. And as you can see, I had to do it as you can see, this 6.5. This is -6.5 because they're at home. But Houston has a -3.5. So if you kind of meet it in the middle, so I say like around a 2.5 for Houston. If you could get them, do a teaser for them and get them at 2.5, that would definitely be a good bet. But I don't see Houston having a problem because their defensive efficiency, offensive efficiency, and as you can see, they're light blue, and those are the top 25 offensive efficient teams that are light blue. They probably won't have an issue with SMU today. And just looking at a couple other games, we'll go into those, but those are the games I have on the list. And trust me, I've been working my butt off, learning Excel, trying to figure out good teams to bet on. Let me see. And this other game, Oregon State. Now, Oregon State in California is slow pace, but I do like Oregon in this game. If you're looking, you got Florida State versus Pittsburgh. Florida State. Now, you can see the 2-point percentage. I think that's a 10% edge for Florida State. Just so you know, Loyola Chicago. This is going to be an interesting game. I believe Loyola Chicago can come in and beat Bradley, but Bradley, they're extremely good at home. So those are some of the things you got to look for when you make these bets. But those are my opinions for the games today. Let's go in here and mark them off. So looking at the stats for Florida. All right, real quick, let's just get into it and let me show you what I'm looking at when I make these bets. So let's say, for instance, this North Alabama and Florida Gulf Coast, right? Let me go in here and do this for a second. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Clear. So if you just bear with me here, see, and that's the thing, they don't pop up like that. All right, there it goes. So let me just get these stats for you, and I'll let you see what I'm looking at, and this is how I determine pretty much how I bet my games statistically, and looking at these statistically. So as you can see right here, pretty much you look at the average here. Look at this. Look, 1.03 and 878. So I looked at these numbers, right? Look at this percentage. They are blowing them out. So here, let me do some quick math. Again, I learned Excel, so let me go put it to use. Let's take this, divide it by that, -1. And as you can see, that's a 17% advantage for Florida Gulf Coast. And they're only getting 7 points. Also, let me show you this as well. Assisted turnover ratio, you can see the difference in that. Actually, can you see this? Yeah, you can see it. All right. Hopefully none of that was cut off, but do some quick stats with that one as well, so you can actually see the percentage. -1. That's a 50%, 56% advantage for Florida Gulf Coast. and they're only getting 7 points. So ultimately, and then you have 3-point shooting, like 3-point percentage. If you look at this, let's go do that. And just to put things in retrospect, so if you're looking on betting a game today, I definitely love this game right here. That's an 18% advantage. So if you add 17 plus 18 plus 50, that's almost a 60% advantage. Or, well, I'm not there. I would do the math real quick, but you can do it because you just seen it. But 17, 18, and 56, you got Florida Gulf Coast and North Alabama, and Florida Gulf Coast is only -7, and they're at home. So with all that said, Florida Gulf Coast should run away with that game. They should. Now, barring an injury or barring, an act of nature, you are getting good percentage on that game. So Florida Gulf Coast and North Alabama is the bet today. I just want to say thanks for watching. And if you just follow my Twitter, I put out most of my bets. Usually if I'm not at work, I probably put them out. But I try to put them out every day and find the best odds and advantages for you guys and post them on my Twitter for free. So if you just go ahead, like, subscribe, share, I appreciate it. And thanks for watching.